Hello beautiful ones, welcome to my new video. I'm very excited to be back. I've missed you all very much. Yeah, this I never expected to be talking about this, but here we are. Like, if you ask me what is the last thing you imagine yourself making a video on, it would probably be this. but I kind of love that in a way. It amuses me very much, as does this whole subject. Um, but yeah, here we are. And yeah, I've been doing research the past few months. Felt very drawn to research kind of a few different topics. Not necessarily twin flame related or even spiritual necessarily. But even with doing that, even though it wasn't kind of twin flame related, I felt that there was an attack on twin flames coming. But this wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be something else. But I guess you can never guess the disguise. That's the whole point of it. But saying that, this is kind of the most obvious one, isn't it? In a way, it's like the most obvious yet not the most obvious. Yeah, so it was about 2 weeks ago. Yes, was on YouTube, as I am quite often, and there was a video in the newsfeed from the feed, not the newsfeed. You know what I mean? From Doreen Virtue. I think most of you would know who she is and her story of condemning, especially psychics and psychic readings and divination and that sort of thing. Someone who's a traitor, if you want to call it that. Yeah, I mean, most people I know are just like, she's lost the plot. They don't kind of take what she says too seriously. Some people might. But anyway, I kind of wanted to watch. I don't necessarily think she's crazy. It's part of her journey. It's part of her journey to do this. You know, whatever that is, I don't know. But anyway, so I clicked on this video, and it was the truth about psychics, and yeah, and there she was again, saying that it's all satanic, it's demons. So psychics, mediums, even her angel cards she condemns as being voices of demons. A medium contacting a loved one, is not contacting the loved one. It's a demon pretending, to be that loved one passed over. So the information is satanic. It's you're playing with satanic energies there, and you shouldn't be doing it. It's like, it sounds crazy, doesn't it? That does sound crazy. Because we know that's not true. We don't kind of even really need to think about it. Well, I don't anyway. There may be some people who do, and that's one of the reasons perhaps why I'm making this video. There may be the one person who is now a bit confused or conflicted. So yeah, it's just for people who think and feel like me. This could be some reassurance for them. It's 100% for discussion. Everything I say is for discussion. I don't speak any absolute truths. yeah, there could be, well, not could be, there is so much more to this than meets the eye. But anyway, what that is, I'm not sure yet. Um, but so, yeah, so I didn't really. I just kind of left. I didn't really have an opinion. Didn't really think any more about it. I went, there's no kind of point getting like angry about this or attacking her or whatever. Um, but then later that day, another divine feminine, a friend of mine, contacted me about someone that she follows on Instagram. And this is a lady who is part of the spiritual community, like a light worker, shares, shares information, perhaps a bit of a coach. I'm not sure. I think she may have considered herself a divine feminine. She may have considered herself a twin flame, because she does address that. Twin flame specifically, that's kind of why I'm mainly interested in talking about this lady. I'm not mentioning any names, but I don't remember names anyway, so don't remember her name. So I wasn't aware of her. I didn't. I wasn't following her. So she's basically releasing statements, making videos, condemning the twin flame journey as satanic. And it's just, it to me, it just baffles me. It's just mind-boggling. It's just like, where does this come from? Like, it's very archaic. It's very it's very 17th century, isn't it? I mean, that is the world a bit at the moment. It is very those of us who were there, we've been there. We've been there, beloveds. We were there. We were there, the Black Death. We were there, the witch trials. We were there, French Revolution. We've seen it all. It's reminiscent, isn't it? There are definitely, I mean, yes, a lot of it is human nature, but a lot of it could be coming from other places, and it's just, I find it very amusing. Like, anyone, yeah, it's not the first time people have referred to me or thought I'm like satanic or anything. Like, I kind of, I'm an old goth. I'm used to that. So I find it quite amusing. Like, I mean, I know this wasn't a direct attack on me, but I don't really, I don't have fear of what is called satanic energies. That's just, I don't even really believe in evil, that much. It's like, to me, it doesn't hold a huge amount of weight. And that's not the reason I'm kind of talking about this either, because I'm scared that I'm being taken over by demons, that I'm channeling demons, not not the right energies. And yeah, I'm not sure what I'm worried about. Am I worried? I don't know. But it's not so much worried. It's just that this is a thing that has caught my attention, and it's interesting because it's someone from the inside. It's not it's not, it's not someone of the Christian faith from the outside looking in, going, oh my, well, Doreen Virtue kind of does that, but she walked the path. I mean, she's always been a Christian. That's absolutely fine. You can be you can be whatever whatever religion or path that you want to be as a twin flame. That doesn't I don't think that makes a difference. I mean, yeah, she was someone kind of who kind of walked the path and then kind of switched, but Doreen Virtue wasn't, as far as I know, walking the twin flame path. But it's it's still that, but it's not someone of the Christian faith looking in. What the hell is this divine feminine, divine masculine, twin flame bollocks? Saying that it's the work of the devil. It's satanic. I can kind of understand that if that's what happened. Like, I don't know. Maybe they do already. I don't know. If they can be bothered going on YouTube watching all the videos. And it's not just someone from from not a particular faith attacking it by saying that's crazy. Are you guys crazy? Like, what are you talking about? How can that be real? Because I can understand that as well. What I find hard to understand is someone who who that was their belief system. I don't know how long this lady has kind of been tuning into this, but to kind of go turncoat. I don't want to say trader again, but it's just it's all the 17th century energy. Is just even the language is coming up, because I just feel like I'm back there. I find that quite interesting, and also that it's not someone who's been living it, saying, actually, you know what, I don't believe this anymore. I don't think I'm a twin flame. I think I might actually just have a soulmate connection. This is not something that resonates with me anymore. I don't believe it. So I'm not having anything to do with that anymore. That's, I can kind of understand that more. But to still saying it's real, but it's evil, because that's still in a way saying that it's something, and actually you're actually giving it a huge amount of power. You're not diminishing the power. To me, that's how I see it, that you're actually increasing the power, because it's kind of often with these scenarios, when things are branded as satanic and evil, and of the devil, it's like the power of that goes shoo, like that, because the fear that you kind of have of that, those that believe in it have of that, it's like that's kind of what is a bit confusing. If people want to say that twin flames don't exist, that it's crazy, they can't understand it, because there's no proof, and it is quite, even if you kind of believe in souls, that each person has a soul, but saying, one soul one soul expanded into two bodies. That is quite out there. I can understand even if spiritual people don't believe that or buy into that. That's fine. Say you if say you don't believe it, like that's no sweat. But yeah, to give it this kind of narrative, I find, yeah, it's fascinating. It's caught my interest. um, and yeah, if twin flames are in allegiance with Satan, then hail Satan. That's all I can say. I'm wearing your colours, mate. Um, um, oh, I won't do the sign. I won't do the sign now. But yeah, I was tempted. It's coming, but yeah. Just what are your thoughts on this, guys? Have you come across anyone else talking about this? I believe this particular lady had quite a few of her followers saying that they agree and they've wanted to speak out about it for a long time. It's it's yeah. If you can't tell, it's amusing me. It's amusing me, but it is. I mean, whether this is actually a serious thing or not. I mean, it is serious to obviously this lady, and is she completely like condemned now? Is she kicked out of the club, the Twin Flame Club, just because she's taken this stance, or is this part of her journey? Does she need to go through this and then come back to the light or the dark side? Is she yeah, come back into, I guess it's come back into alignment, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I know that this video is a lot longer than I imagined it would be. I mean, I know that within the Twin Flame community there have been very, very dodgy and dangerous people. I don't think I need to name any names, but also I can't remember anyone's name. But I think you know who I mean, especially those calling themselves the coaches and selling selling various things to kind of activate union or move people towards union. But it seems like they had a different kind of agenda to this. I mean, I think they had a specific agenda to manipulate people. I don't feel that this lady in particular set out to do that, to kind of pretend to be one of us, and then come out with this to cause disruption and confusion and fear in people. But here we are. It's happened. Just something I just never kind of thought would happen. But I kind of have a feeling this is a little bit of a false guise, as I think often things to do with Satanism and the devil are. It's like a false facade, and there's much deeper stuff going on. But it's not this. But this is what is going to draw our. It's going to draw people's attention initially, and you know, for those who see this as either see it as a huge threat, or who fall into the fear trap. But I think there is something deeper going on there. But this is what, you know, old Lucifer likes to seduce, seduce and allure to his with his with his kind of initial appearance, and the kind of guise and illusion, and I kind of feel that that's what it may be. And if people are just paying attention to that, then maybe the deeper stuff that's going on will go ignored. But not by me. Don't don't worry, folks. I will get to the bottom of it. Was there anything else there? Is there anything else? Yeah, it is. I mean, to say that at the moment we're in a kind of state of fear, and there's a lot of fears popping up, but it's kind of always like that, isn't it? But I think generally speaking, especially the world in the past 18 months, I don't think I need to go into that. Things are heightened, especially when it comes to fears. So what may be unleashed? What may be unleashed? Who knows? But yeah, it may not always be the obvious, the hiding. It's often things hiding in plain sight, which is kind of a phrase which is also connected to kind of the devil and that kind of, I don't want to say energy, really, just that kind of more, what is it, a philosophy? I don't know. Well, I guess energy, but when I say that, I don't mean evil necessarily, but you can completely disagree with me on my stance on Satan and Satanism and all that. If your beliefs are different, that is just how I see it. I don't give so much weight to him, capital H, but the Christ energy, if you want to look at kind of the opposite, if you want to say opposite, but I don't actually think they're opposites, is one of the most powerful. I really believe. Especially when it comes to divine masculine, but it is for divine masculine and divine feminine, the Christ energy, and twin flames. It's one of the strongest, the Christ and the Krishna. I feel in what I've channeled and experienced myself. But anyway, won't go into that now. I just feel that's enough to tidy up this video here. Well, 25 minutes. Thank you so much to those who have stuck with me all this time. Yes, I am wearing red on purpose, just in case anyone didn't get that. I was tempted to find some little horns, but I don't need to be so obvious. Yes, can't wait to get this out, and maybe there'll be more like this. Let me know what you think. I very much enjoyed it. I have a lot to say about a lot of things, so you may see me again soon.